Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Giselle Mills. For those of you who are new, welcome, and welcome back to my subscribers. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the very popular Booktube Newbie tag, which is basically me giving you guys a little bit of information about myself and why I decided to join the Booktube community. So let's get started. So we have 10 nice questions. Some of them are a bit related to each other, so I'll see how best I can answer them. Question number 1. Why did I start this channel? Okay, well, like most people who answer this question, I started this channel because I love books. I love reading and I love writing, and I think the two of them go perfectly together. As you will see on my channel, I not only talk about books, but also about my writing because I'm also an author as well as a great lover of books. So I started this channel so that I could talk about the books that I love to read, as well as hear from you guys about what books you guys like to read, and join this wonderful community. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things that I can bring to Booktube? Well, hopefully I can bring my personality, which is a bit different than the average booktuber. I'm not the loud, outgoing type. I'm more reserved. So not just a different sort of personality, hopefully my spin on topics as well as the way I talk about books may be a bit unique, and hopefully a few of you guys might like that. Also, what I think may be quite unique is the fact that I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from two countries actually, Trinidad and Tobago, as well as St. Kitts and Nevis. And one of my main reasons for doing this channel is also to promote books written by Caribbean authors, because you hardly ever see books written by Caribbean authors or people of a minority background being publicized here on YouTube. So that is one of my main goals in having this Booktube channel. Question number 3. What am I most excited for about this new channel? Well, as I said earlier, I'm quite excited about books. I love to read, so I can't wait to discover new books, especially books that aren't normally talked about by the popular booktubers or by persons who promote books in general. So I'd love to discover new books, unique hidden gems, and of course I'm quite excited to find new persons to talk to, meet new friends, people who love books, reading and writing, so we can have a great discussion here on YouTube. Question number 4. Why do I love reading? Now I think almost everybody answers this question along the same lines. But for me, I love reading because it makes me happy. When I read, I find myself being transported to a different world, especially if it's a fantasy story. I find myself immersed in the story and I can relate to the characters, of course, once they're well written. And yeah, my imagination is sparked and it makes me happy, and I'm able to be even more creative, especially when I read stories that I enjoy and stories that are relatable and characters who are unforgettable. So in a nutshell, reading makes me very, very happy. Question number 5. What book or series got you interested in reading? Well, I started reading since I learned to read when I was 4 or 5. So since I was a child, I've been reading. I've always loved reading. And the childhood books that I grew up with are the ones which probably inspired my love to continue reading. Now, I read a lot of books as a child, but just a few I can name are, I absolutely loved the Enid Blyton series, those like the Famous 5 and the Secret 7 book series. Those were adventure stories and I loved those. I also loved the Nancy Drew books. I loved those detective stories. Also the series The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I absolutely loved those. Fantasy series, if I'm sure many of you know about the Chronicles of Narnia, and the historical series Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, and the other books in those series. I read them all by the author Mildred D. Taylor. I absolutely love those as well. So those are just a few of the books that I read as a child that inspired my love for reading. Question number 6. What questions would I ask my favorite booktubers? Okay. So first of all, I don't have favorite booktubers, at least not at this point in time, but there are a few booktubers who I love to watch, and to name just a couple, I really like to watch NayaReadsandSmiles. I'll put the links to her channel in the description below. And I also enjoy watching another booktuber whose channel I believe is called Left Unread. I'll put the actual link to her channel down below as well. Now, the questions that I would ask them would probably be along the lines of, how on earth do you read so many books and you read them so fast? That is one thing I would like to be able to do. But for me, is to find the time to do so. So yeah, I really want to know, how do they read so fast? And how do they actually remember all of the stories that they read in such a short amount of time? And I'd probably want to ask them their opinions on what they think about the future of Booktube. Question number 7. What challenges do I think will be the hardest to overcome in starting a Booktube channel? Well, this is a very good question because as of right now, it's taking me so long to get this video filmed. This one video is taking me over 2 hours because I have to constantly stop to try and cut out the parts where there's noise coming from my neighbors. There's this guy over there cutting the grass. We have birds constantly chirping. We have police sirens in the background. We have dogs barking. Basically, I live in a very, very noisy area and my walls are paper thin. So until I move from here, I have these logistical and noise challenges to deal with. But apart from those challenges, the only thing I could really think about is probably finding the time to read all the set of books that I really want to read in order to review them here on my channel. But I'm planning to pace myself. And not just finding the time to read, but also edit, because editing videos takes quite a long time, at least for me. But I know each time I edit, I get better at it, but it's just the time, it takes a lot of time. So it will be a constant balancing act in terms of finding the time to shoot videos and edit videos and balance that with my other duties and my other tasks, because I write and I do other things as well. Question number 8. When did I start reading? Okay, I answered this question already, but just to repeat, I started reading when I was a child, from very, very young, from the first moment I started to learn to read and write. So maybe 4 or 5 years old, and I've never stopped since then. Question number 9, where do I read? I normally read when I'm at home, in my bedroom, on my bed, or sitting on my mat. I like to read where I'm comfortable. But I travel a lot, so I'd also read perhaps when I'm in transit, on an airplane, or in the airport. And the last question, question number 10. What kind of books do I like to read? Okay, I like to read a variety of books, but I really enjoy fiction, mainly fiction. But the genres of fiction that I like are historical fiction, for sure. I love those, like the Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry book series, like I mentioned before. I love those. I also love fantasy, like Chronicles of Narnia, Harry Potter, those kinds of stuff. I like to read contemporary novels, as well as novels filled with drama, because that's what I like to write, drama. I also like the odd chick lit comedy kind of book. So guys, those were my 10 questions which I've just answered for my Booktube Newbie tag. I hope you found some of my answers interesting. Maybe you could relate to some things that I've said. If you have, please let me know. Feel free to comment down below. And of course, like this video, follow me, subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to follow my journey here, talking about books as well as my writing, just click that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. And when you do so, also click the notification bell so you'd always know whenever I post a new video. You can follow me on my various social media accounts as well if you'd like. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. And I have my own new website, which is GiselleMillsBooks.com. I'll put all my links down below in the description bar to make it easy for you guys to follow me. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope I can see you guys in another video. Follow me along on my journey here and let me know if you also have a Booktube channel. I would love to check it out. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.